Super hot. Super hot.
I'm going to be honest here. I don't care for first-person shooters. I don't like COD, or Battlefield, or even Homefront. To be fair, Borderlands is okay in my book, being that it is an RPG FPS and not vanilla FPS. The formula for shooters were just too bland and overdone for my taste. Go to point A, shoot bad guys. Go to point B, shoot bad guys. Get a 360 no-scope with a sniper rifle. Control a robot exoskeleton. Either way, you're still shooting bad guys. Although there have been a long list of first-person shooters making it to the top and even considered to be an e-sport next to League of Legends among others, it doesn't really meet the thrill of being an action hero. The soldier who risks his or her life saving the day again and again. And again. Now, when someone takes the genre of FPSs and does something completely different with it, then I would nod and pay a couple of bucks on Steam with very high hopes of it entertaining me in the slightest. Well, if you consider being caught in a continuous Matrix / Max Payne style bullet time with the enemies moving when you do, and supply the player with numerous objectives to go through with the same mechanic in play, then you better strap in and hold on, cause holy heck, this game is good. Until you mess up. In Superhot, you play as a video gamer who gets a downloaded crack of a new game called Superhot. Wait, what? So you're playing a gamer who's playing a game, but you're a player who's watching a game? Wow. Someone must have taken a page from the Nolan book and then put some Wachowski-powered hardware and mashed the two together with a hammer and smashed it with a blender. Hopefully it isn't so much of a box office bomb, am I right? It's very Inception and Matrix-esque, as you don't know who you are or what you are doing, while all you can do is shoot and eliminate the targets and the red guys presented to you. Although the addition of this presence that bluntly forces you to do things then states that the machine is controlling the player and not the other way around. It's not a bad story, but it's very loose when it comes to build off those themes and leaves a mediocre feeling of incompletion in your mouth. The gameplay is simple and not hard for players new to shooters to think. Click the left mouse to shoot or punch, and the right mouse to throw a gun. You would also think that the enemies would be coming at you at a normal pace, but no. Time moves when you move. As you move around the stage, red enemies come at you, attacking, shooting, or hiding, as fast or as slow as your character moves around the stage. Naturally, the objective is simple. Clear the bad guys out with weapons presented to you, watch a kill streak replay, and then move on. You get different guns and melee weapons too, like a shotgun, an assault rifle, a katana sword, a bottle, the list goes on. Sometimes you are presented with other situations, like punching through a prison, avoiding an oncoming car, or even avoiding an execution by multiple enemies without any guns or weapons to defend yourself. Plus, there's a nice little achievement you can get if you slice a bullet in the air with a samurai sword, something that I found to be very entertaining and enlightening. For a simple concept, it shines when it comes to bringing complexity from simplicity in this kill 'em all shooter. Superhot brings the bare minimum when it comes to graphics. The only colors that are present in the game are red, orange, black, and a whole lot of white. Maybe a little gray too if you're lucky to find it. It's not a very colorful game, bland as it is, but it does have vibrant oranges, and the deaths of the orange guys are very interesting to watch, with the disappearing forms disintegrating in the process. A nice little touch they added to the game is the bullet detail, which leaves a red trail that tells you that either you shot the bullet, or the bullet is traveling to you. There's no music at all, but if you can call a robotic voice saying super hot over and over again, music and the occasional sound effects of guys exploding music, then there's a ton of sound effects that make you feel like an unstoppable machine of death. Slowdown noises also emphasize the use of slow motion too, which is a very parallel to a man caught in a technological world, like a certain
Mr. Anderson.
The difficulties that I had with this game was not in the game itself, but mostly my own fault. The game has a very high learning curve, as you really gotta plan your movements and look around for the sake of not getting hit by a stray bullet. It sucks when you have to start over, but you learn, you adapt, and you win. There's a little sensitivity problem when it comes to the camera. A lot of the time, either the camera is working with you or it's not. One last thing to mention that doesn't really help out the gunplay is the gunplay. There isn't a counter to tell you how much ammo you have in your gun. only until a flashing screen says that you are out of bullets, jolts you out of your streak, and forces you to throw it away and try and get another gun. The loading sequence for the bullets are registered in the retina of your gun sights, which can slowly rotate and then solidify to tell you that you have another chance at shooting a guy. While I applaud the use of keeping the scene to be as realistic as possible, this is a game, not a real situation. You have to make it apparent that this is a game because the character of the gamer is playing a game. Sure, it would add the theme of technology beating reality and merging the two into one, but it wouldn't have any sense at all. Heck, why don't you even ditch the story and only add an inkling of an ending or a meaning in the main stages, other than leaving the story with a mediocre ending and unlocking the challenge stages for us? I mean, come on guys. Superhot is an experience. It isn't a game in the slightest, being that the story is split up into segments and unrelated situations held together by a thin layer of omnipresent glue. While it's still a cool concept to check out, the actual game is a mixed bag of results and deaths that leave them both make you feel like a cool action hero and a confused audience member to the party.